Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is Your Weather Tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now, heading right on into our Monday evening. And again, hopefully you had a great Monday afternoon. Hopefully you enjoyed all this beautiful weather that was on tap today. Again, highs in the 60s, lots of bright sunshine. And simply put, as we go over the next several days, that is going to be your forecast on repeat. But we know in December, good weather does not last too long. And as it turns out, this upcoming weekend, we do have some big weather changes on the way, maybe some storms in the area, and maybe some cooler temperatures in the area. Again, details on all of that here over the next few minutes and throughout the hour as well. But of course, speaking of good weather, even heading into your Monday evening, now it's going to be seasonably chilly, right? With temperatures down through the 50s. Again, winter jacket, winter coat would be needed. But again, you see the light winds, the clear skies. Again, overall for early December, it's not going to be a bad evening out there. This is what we did this afternoon, though. These were your official daytime highs around the area. Notice a lot of lower to mid 60s. Again, DFW officially 64. Keep in mind a typical daytime high this time of year, it would be right around 61. So we were basically where we should have been. And again, a few locations trending just slightly above. Again, you can see Dallas Love Field today topped out around 63. And our friends down in GP, Grand Prairie, right around 61 a little bit earlier this afternoon. So you see this blue line. This is a cold front. This actually came through North Texas overnight. And even though our temperatures yesterday, Sunday, if you remember, were actually in the lower to mid 70s around the area, this is what put our temperatures back in check today. Luckily, it really didn't have much of the way of cold air with it, so it basically just put us back to normal. Kind of had that very light, fresh northerly wind coming in. But again, that's really going to be key to our forecast now, as I mentioned, over the next few days. Again, basically keeping our temperatures in check. And again, the way it looks right now, also keeping us relatively dry as well. The storm system that brought the front through, you can see the big dip right in here and the jet stream flow, upper level storm system there. And again, if you look carefully, the blue line here, you can see the cold front extending off of that. The other real key piece of our weather puzzle, at least over the near term, meaning over the next few days, it's going to be the big bump. You can see it right there in the jet stream. That's a ridge of high pressure, and that's going to be moving in. Think of summer-like weather. When we talk about the ridge all summer, well, it's not going to be that hot, but you get the point, right? It's going to be sunny. The winds are going to be light. Temperatures will be mild, and simply put, there's just not going to be a lot of active weather. So that will be in control until we get to this upcoming weekend. But like I mentioned, by the time we get into the weekend, weather changes will be brewing. You can see the bump kind of building in over the next several days. In fact, the ridge almost centers right over North Texas. But again, Friday into Saturday, take a look at this here. You can see our next dip, our next storm trough coming in. It's got some chillier air with it. And again, as that moves on through, there may be an opportunity of some rain, some storms. The latest data continues to suggest the activity may be just east of Dallas-Fort Worth. But again, there even could be a few rumbles of thunder around the area as we go through Saturday, and then maybe just some very light wraparound precipitation as we get into Sunday. Again, more on that coming up momentarily. So temperatures around the nation, again, kind of chilly, right? It's December, but pretty, at least typically chilly, we'll put it. But as we look well off to the north, where's the Canadian air? Where's the Arctic air? Again, you can see it is still bottled up well to the north. And even our next storm system that, again, is going to be arriving for the weekend might have a mix of Canadian air with it, but right now it is still not going to be a blast of Arctic air. So a big chill down right now is not in the forecast. Of course, it is that time of year, right? As we go through December, January into February, that's when we start monitoring things carefully, again, for any bouts of, again, Arctic air intrusions trying to make their way down into the southern plains. So otherwise, just looking at the model again tonight through tomorrow, again, simply put, we're basically quiet. Over the next 5 days here, where is the opportunity of rain going to be? And again, you can see basically east of the North Texas area. So overnight tonight, upper 30s to right around 40. Chilly overnight. Again, a few locations, you could call it cold. Tomorrow, temperatures, in fact, a few degrees milder, more in the way of mid-60s. Again, still plentiful sunshine as we go through your Tuesday. Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, mid-upper 30s to right around 40. Chilly again. And take a look at this even as we go through Wednesday. Temperatures still looking pretty good, more in the way of mid-60s around the area. So you can see temperatures look good as we go through this work week. Maybe some near record high temperatures on Friday. There's that opportunity of some thunder, maybe a little wraparound precipitation on Sunday. You can see temperatures chill down. Then we may have one more front about 8 or 9 days on down the road.